In spite of rigorous study, in spite of rigorous analysis, students confuse and get nervous in group analysis. Here are some tricks for group analysis. Now, I will always suggest as a teacher to always go by the systematic procedure. Number one is dry test for the acid radical. After seeing the physical characteristics, and what all are the physical characteristics? What is the color of the salt? State, crystalline or amorphous, and solubility, whether it is completely soluble in water or sparingly soluble in water, completely soluble in warm water. Here lies number one possibility. If it is sparingly soluble in water, completely soluble in warm water, then it can be lead salts. Lead salts are sparingly soluble in water, completely soluble in warm water. Number two, after writing the physical characteristics, you actually have to write and perform what? The dry test for the acid radical. There you get an indication for the acid radical followed by the wet test for the acid radical. Then you have to systematically analyze the dry test for the basic radical. Based on the indications of the dry test, you have to proceed the wet test where you can confirm the basic radical using your group analysis and treatment of the precipitate. Finally, you need to write the acid radical present in the salt is this, the basic radical present in the salt is this. As per the CBSE requirement, the board exam, all examiners will tell you not to write the chemical reactions in the exam. The chemical reactions is for your viva. You have to study each and every chemical reaction, which I will tell you in the next of the videos. So the next indication in the dry test tube heating, what you have to see is whether you are getting a white sublimate or not. If you get a white sublimate, then possibly you have ammonium salt. Test it with NaOH and Nessler. The moment you give NaOH, if you get a turbid appearance, be careful regarding aluminium, zinc, or group 5 hydroxides can also get precipitated. Aluminium, when you get the hydroxide, it is not easily soluble, but zinc gets soluble if you add excess of the hydroxide. So these are certain indications. Like if you do dilute H2SO4 test, if you get a white PPT, be careful of the insoluble sulfates like lead, calcium, barium, strontium, group 5 and group 1 lead. So these are the indications by which you can proceed.